Hello and welcome to another episode here on the channel. My name is Chaos Small and holy moly, Sony has just announced the Cyberpunk 2077 refund policy and also did hide a huge bombshell in that announcement. So let's get right into it. Cyberpunk 2077 refunds. Sony Online Entertainment strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Yeah, right. Therefore, we will begin to offer a full refund of all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via PlayStation Store. Sony will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from PlayStation Store until further notice. Once we have confirmed that you purchased Cyberpunk via the PlayStation Store, we will begin processing your refund. Please note that completion of the refund might vary based on your payment method and financial institution. So the refund itself was, well, kind of expected. CD Projekt Red had, at the beginning of the week, announced that they will now offer refunds and that you were basically using the refund system respectively on the Microsoft or Sony platform. And well, where there wasn't really that much issues with Microsoft and Xbox, Sony on the other hand was like, nah, if you are not in our guidelines, then we can't really do anything for you. Like, you were screwed. And of course, that was not doing very well for CD Projekt Red. So they were apparently in the talks with Sony, and then I think it was this morning, CDPR, or was it? I think it was yesterday evening, they announced that, hey, like, refunds work on Microsoft. Regarding Sony, people should wait, and they will have announcements soon. So a lot of people just assumed that Sony will announce that they are offering refunds under certain circumstances, and that's basically what they did. Now, what nobody has been seen coming is that they are actually removing Cyberpunk from the store, and that is an extraordinary occurrence. Like, before Sony is removing a game from their storefront, a lot of things have to happen. Like, seriously. There are a lot of sometimes questionable and smaller early access games which are also broken, and Sony has normally never done anything about it. But it seems like that in this case, Sony also fears a little bit for their reputation. Like, keep in mind, Sony is not really doing this necessarily to protect you, the consumer. Right? They're not doing this because they want to make sure that you have the best experience. They want to make sure that you have the best experience and you are not starting to blame Sony at some point. Or, in that regard, PlayStation. Right? And there is no PlayStation 5 version of the game available right now. So even if you want to play the game on PlayStation 5, you have to buy the PlayStation 4 version that you use backwards compatibility. I hate that word. And then you can basically play it on higher frames, but it is still the PlayStation 4 version you are playing. And the last thing Sony really wants is that people end up with a version which is just broken on the new PlayStation 5 and of course is unplayable on the PlayStation 4. And that Sony is now stepping forward and saying, stop CDPR, is rare. It is really, really rare, and let's be honest here, that will not bode well for CDPR. CDPR has been already in trouble. If you have missed it, a few days ago, basically what happened with CDPR as a company, even though Cyberpunk was massively successful, a lot of investors were just selling their stocks on the company because the trust consumers had in CDPR were damaged with the Cyberpunk release. And because CDPR normally takes a long time to develop games, trust is very important. It's a bit like Rockstar and GTA, right? People have expectations when Rockstar will announce a new GTA. And if they release a mess, that would damage their reputation for many, many years, and that would just be bad. Like, that's something which is not allowed to be happen, and the same thing is true for CDPR. You expect better for them, and they didn't deliver on that. So again, like, a lot of investors were just like, yeah, we don't know what happens when you are releasing a new game. Like, the trust is definitely damaged. That probably means a lot of people will now just wait and will not just throw money at the screen. And it seems like that Sony seems this similar, not different, but similar. I was like, yeah, like, we cannot let this mess stay on our storefront. Like, fix it. And that is a lot of people who cannot buy Cyberpunk on the PlayStation anymore. Keep in mind, PlayStation is still the biggest console installment base. And yes, even though Cyberpunk had the most sales on the PC, or that's at least what we are knowing, PlayStation is basically the second afterwards. And you don't want to lose that. So depending on how many people will issue a refund and how many people will not be able to buy this game anymore, this could actually damage CDPR even more. So this is a huge bombshell. Like, unexpected, because it doesn't happen often. I think if I have to remember back, a big game Sony took off the store, I can't actually remember one. Like, even Mass Effect Andromeda, which came out like years ago, was, I think, not removed from the store, even though it was a relatively hot mess. I think this is actually the first AAA game which got removed until further notice. So again, that's something you don't want to wake up to as a developer. Let's face it. So yeah, this is bad, and we will see how this is moving along, and if they can actually fix the PlayStation 4 version and of course the Xbox One version, or if they have to admit they shouldn't have released it on that platform at all, right? Like, a lot of people have pointed that out, that it might have been a good idea to maybe not release it on the old gen consoles. And yeah, we will see. I keep you definitely posted. Till then, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the like button. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more gaming news, analyzers, gameplay, and live streams from Monday to Friday, starting at 8 AM EST, where we're also talking about gaming news and actually playing some Cyberpunk right now, definitely make sure you're subscribing to the channel and click the bell icon. I would appreciate that. Until then, see you next time. Bye-bye. Look for the stop button. Professional. Ka-ching!